Hi friends, it's been a while. So honestly, one of my goals for September is to focus a little bit more on YouTube and making videos for you guys. I was kind of in a rut of just not knowing what kind of videos to make, but I think we're getting out of that rut, which is really exciting. But let me know like what you guys want to see, what type of content you want to see, whether it's like business related, fitness related, more about like RA and chronic illnesses, or like mixed together, whatever you want to see, let me know. Today is Wednesday, which is in like a relatively easy day for me. Usually this is the day where I have the least amount of work, which is, really nice. I have my iced coffee with me and my big water bottle. I'm going to get a massage right now, which I absolutely need, and I've been putting it off for so long. The chiropractor itself is just not cutting it. Like, I need an actual massage. I need somebody to like really dig into my back, and yeah, I just like that's what I need right now. So I'm going to do that, and I will catch up with you guys later. Hello friends. So I'm done with my massage. It was actually really good. It was kind of different because it was I signed up for like a myofascial release, and it wasn't like a normal massage, but it was actually very nice, and the lady was actually very knowledgeable, and I talked about like my RA and being a fitness coach for other women with arthritis, and it was really interesting. So hopefully that does the trick. But yeah, so just goes to show like you need to take time to take care of your body, to prioritize recovery, because I've put off this for so long, and I started getting migraines because my neck is just super tight. But when you're strength training, like, yes, it's very helpful to strength train and to lift weights and to have that resistance in your workouts and build that stability, but you also need to really make sure that you are recovering properly as well, because that is stress on your body. And even though it's not necessarily a negative type of stress, it can be if you do too much of it. So yeah, on the way home now, and I will talk to you when I get there.
Medical care is one of them. ADI of Iowa offers.
Hello, Rosie May. Oh, so cute. You're so sweet baby. This is sweet baby. Oh.
Hey guys, I am back. So Rosie's making noises in the background, but it's okay because we love her. Anyways, so a lot of people have asked me quite recently if it is safe to lift weights or to strength train when you have rheumatoid arthritis or other types of arthritis. And like any good answer, it really depends on the person, your individual goals, your individual limitations. Like with arthritis and other types of, or with rheumatoid arthritis and other types of inflammatory arthritis, everybody can be so different. Like, we can all have the same condition, but all have vastly different symptoms with it. It goes beyond just the normal joint pain or the joint aches. People can have joint damage in certain areas of the body while others don't, and that can make it very difficult to work around. Other people have, you have it very well controlled with medications, others don't. It's kind of a struggle getting their labs and their inflammatory markers under control. So it really does depend on the person. So I want to make that clear before I go into anything. But studies have shown that gaining strength and working on, resistance training, strength training, can really help your joints in the long run and your overall quality of life, which is the most important thing when you have a chronic illness. Strength training helps you to have better mobility, better range of motion, better flexibility, better strength. Better endurance, more support around your joints, which is the biggest thing. And it overall just helps you to be able to do more daily tasks and to function better in your daily life, which is something that I really, really love and that I started to appreciate after I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So when it comes to strength training, it does not have to look the same for everybody. I have clients who cannot hold dumbbells, like they physically can't, whether it's like because of joint damage in their fingers or their wrists or their hands. And we use resistance bands instead, and sometimes that works a lot better. So again, like, make it work for you. You can make fitness and strength training work for your body and around your limitations in order to get to where you want to be. You don't have to use dumbbells. You don't have to use barbells. Like, some people can, and that is great. I have clients who are squatting with a bar behind their back. I'm doing powerlifting right now, so I do use weights, but you don't have to. And I feel like a lot of people are scared of weights because doctors have said that weight training or just lifting weights in general, they're doing high impact exercise in general, can cause more damage and can cause more pain, more problems when it comes to arthritis. And yes, it can if you're doing it at a high impact, like high intensity, and you're not really caring about your joints and not taking your limitations into consideration. But if you do it the right way, it can actually be super, super beneficial, and you can kind of get over that hump of just being intimidated to weight train. So for me, when I started working out again, I mainly started with the machines just because I wanted to take it slow and get into it a little bit better. And that's what pretty much helped me to be able to have the confidence in order to grab the dumbbells again, or in order to grab the weights again and be able to do exercises that way. But in order to increase the safety of strength training when it comes to rheumatoid arthritis in general, my biggest tips are to modify the exercises that you are doing. So this goes for any exercise at all. Like, if you can't do a full squat, try a half squat. If you can't do that, try a partial squat or an assisted squat, or even the leg press machine, which can be a lot easier on the body too. So really take the time to try to modify your exercises. If you have trouble finding modifications, I have a free exercise modification library I will link down below, and that's for you to go, like, there's a lot of different exercises for different body parts, can't talk today, and muscle groups, and sometimes there's like modifications or other alternatives for the modifications, which is kind of cool as well. So definitely download that if you're having trouble finding how to work around your limitations, or like what exercises you should be doing if some of them don't work out. Another thing is to start slow and light. So I've always said, like, slow tempo training is so amazing when you're dealing with chronic joint pain and you're just starting to strength train, because you're not putting as much tension on your joint directly as you are your muscle. And obviously you want to feel it in your muscles, not your joints, when you're resistance training or strength training. And that's because you're putting more tension on your muscle for a longer period of time, and you're not moving your joint at a really fast pace to where you're obviously putting more pressure on your joint that way. So definitely start with that slow tempo training. Take it light. Don't give into all of like the fitness stuff on social media and the ego lifting and just like, oh, you have to lift like as heavy as you can. Do not do that. Just drop that mentality right then and there. I know that's a process, and maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But start very light. Start with the lightest weight that you can and go up from there. If it's too easy, you can't feel it at all, even when you're going really slow, go up. It's okay. You can always go up. I always start my clients very slow and light because I'd rather them tell me at the end of the first week, like, hey, this is super easy. Like, can we change it to something more challenging, rather than, hey, like, I went way too hard. I'm in so much pain right now. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'd much rather, you want to start light so that way you have somewhere to go, rather than starting super heavy and then all of a sudden like going downhill from there, because that can be a lot of stress on the body, especially if you're not modifying anything. So really utilize that slow tempo in your training. Start with very, very light weight. It is okay to lift weights when you have arthritis. It just takes some working around. And I mean, if you are dealing with pain in specific joints, like you're dealing with a lot of knee pain or a lot of wrist pain, there are things out there to help with that while you're exercising, such as gloves, lifting gloves, wrist wraps, knee braces. Like, utilize what you can to make it a little bit easier on those really painful joints. And yeah, I mean, like, there's no shame in using those things in order to get through your workout, because you're only going to get stronger from there. But a lot of doctors will tell you not to lift weights and not to work out because they don't know that there are ways to work around your limitations. So many studies, like there's so much research out there that proves how much exercise can benefit you when you're dealing with arthritis. And it's just about how you do it and how you work around your limitations. For example, if you're not able to run, walk. If you're not able to walk very well, use a stationary bike, or swimming is a great idea as well, or using the elliptical or rowing machine. Like, it's okay to not be able to do something and try something else, because again, like, you have to make the fitness work for you. You have to make strength training work for you. But I mean, overall, weight training can be very safe for arthritis. It just depends on how you do it. This is one of the reasons why I really highly recommend having a coach or a trainer with you to show you how to do these things, because I've said this before, but like, exercise and technique are so important, especially when you're dealing with chronic joint pain, because if you're exercising wrong, then you're only adding more pain. And I mean, if you think about it, maybe you've been squatting wrong this whole time and that's why your knees hurt. And then all of a sudden you're shown, okay, this is how I'm supposed to do a squat. And all of a sudden your knees don't hurt as bad anymore, or maybe they don't hurt at all when you're squatting. So having the correct exercise form and technique is like essential to starting a strength training routine. So really go out of your way to find some guidance on that, and even like videos on YouTube or just Googling the exercises helps so much. I've done that so many times, and it's helped immensely. So don't be afraid to Google things like when it comes to exercise form. Don't be afraid to ask for help from a coach or a trainer. If you want a coach who is specialized in helping women with arthritis and chronic joint pain, reach out to me, because I am still taking clients, especially since it's the beginning of September. So if you are ready to like get into a routine, to gain strength, to maybe start lifting weights again, if that was your thing before being diagnosed, or just like overall take your life back, let me know, because we will make it happen. I promise you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Hopefully this kind of cleared up some things for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or if you have any ideas for new videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.